Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and if you are new here, hey, welcome. I hope you consider subscribing. And if you're back, as always, welcome back. Today, I am here to do another WIP and Chat with you all. WIP stands for Work in Progress, and Chat just means that we're going to hang out and chat a little bit. So feel free to whip out your WIP and let's hang out and just catch up for a little bit. I would love to hear about how you are doing. A little gentle reminder here that you are more than enough. I would love to hear also what you're working on and just how your week has been so far. I'm going to be working on a diamond painting tonight. This is the kit Celestine from the shop Die Moon Shop, or DIY Moon Shop. And it is from the artist Margaret Morales. Words are hard for me, so you'll hear me stumble over my words a bit. This is actually an incredibly sweet and thoughtful gift from a very dear friend, and this one was really just calling to me, and I've really thoroughly enjoyed working on her. I am true to form. I am trying out a number of new accessories in this video today so that you can have a chance to see a variety of shops in action in my WIP and Chats, and also so that I can be sure that I'm testing these products out for you on video and can give you my thoughts on how I'm enjoying them in action. So I have a couple of pens. I just before this filmed a small shop haul, which will have gone up yesterday relative to the day that this video is going up. And this is my first new pen from Deli's Pens over on Facebook. My first pen from them in a very long time. I do have one other pen from them, but I haven't used it in a long time. I'd honestly kind of forgotten about it, but this is new. Very, very pretty. This is also new. This just came in. This is from C'est Plus Beau à Tours, located in France. Love all the pinks. And then this was a tray sent to me by Squippy Dog Creation 3D Designs. I have to double check the name of that. Shoot, I feel so terrible. Sheila and Bob are the owners over there. They make a lot of 3D printed trays and diamond painting accessories, and they sent a few over for me to try out. And I love that they sent me over a pink tray. They were sweet enough. They customized it for me. I've heard of their trays quite often, and I'm excited to give this one a try with you guys tonight. I'm also going to be trying out the Gem Tack, the Super Sticky. In last week's WIP and Chat, I used the regular Gem Tack in my multi-placer. This week, I'm going to try out the Super Sticky Gem Tack in my multi-placer. And then I finally opened up my first set of scented putty from Miranda's Crafty Corner. And this is her 2.0 formula. If you're noticing a little bit of clouding on here, it's because I had just unboxed this, and in the instructions that she included for this, she actually recommends putting this in the freezer for 30 to 60 minutes before its initial use, just before its initial use, just to make sure that the product hasn't melted in transit. It's just to, I guess, help it sort of reset just in case it was exposed to extreme heat in shipment. So this has been in my freezer. It doesn't seem to have melted at all, and I'm hoping the fact that it's still cold, it's still going to work okay to use. I'll probably try out this wax a couple of weeks in a row, once to see how it works after this or with this initial use where it's been in the freezer. And then she said in the instructions that you only have to do it before the first use and then not necessarily again. So we'll give this a try now, and then we'll try it again on subsequent uses just so I can see, is there a difference? So I'm looking forward to trying that. I'll be using this in my single placer. And then these minders, these are two new minders. I haven't actually used them yet. I was looking for minders to use tonight that were newer to me, and these were actually from a previous small shop haul. These are both from Galloway's Gallery. This one I thought who doesn't need the reminder? Who can't use the reminder of you are more than enough? And then this is just, I love her. She's how I imagine I am when I'm lost in a book or a story that I'm really loving. So, okay, let's dive into it, you guys. We will start with the Deli's pen because I have not used one of these in such a long time. I do need to add a little bit of washi tape to make this sit a little more snugly. This is a good piece of advice if you I feel like often this happens, but if you run into your multi-placer not wanting to sit really firmly, like really easily, really snugly. Whenever I say snugly, it makes me think of like snuggly, like we're cuddly. Snugly in your pen, wrap just a little bit of, I use just a bit of washi tape. You can use Scotch tape, but just that extra layer there. And then sometimes you have to kind of trial by error. Sometimes it's like a little too much or a little too little. But now it's not like spinning and super wiggly. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see if the super sticky, it's so sticky. Let's see how this goes in the multi-placer. So I'm actually, because I have these nails on, I'm gonna use the flat end of my tweezers to pull some out. For scented putty like this, what I usually do is take out a chunk. That was probably too big of a chunk. Oh my gosh. I don't know if that really comes out on camera. I tried to like pinch off a piece and it just like a big stringy part come off. So I think that's probably the super sticky part of the formula. I roll it thin. And then again, I think that was still maybe too much. Oh my gosh. A learning curve, I think. But I did find that the regular gem tack did last for quite a while in my multi-placer. So I wonder if the super sticky is going to be similar. So yeah, I roll it thin. And then I kind of, those tweezers. And then I'll use like, especially if I'm wearing nails like this, I'll use the flat end of the tweezers to kind of like push it in there. Because some of these multi-placers are kind of deep. By the way, I get asked a lot about these metal multi-placers because I love the thinner metal multi-placers. I've gotten them from a couple of different places. A couple of different stores on AliExpress, and then even a shop on Amazon. I always link to all of them in my description box. Feel free to go take a look. And I'm sorry, I know this is a not terribly entertaining way to start this WIP and Chat, but that's okay. I don't know if that needs just a tiny bit more, maybe. That might be okay. Yeah, we're going to try that. We can always go back and add more if we need to. Yay. Okay, so how are you guys doing? How's your weekend? It won't be the weekend by the time this goes up. How was your weekend? Take the tip of I'm reading the instructions for this. So she says scraping. Okay. I was like, you could probably try stabbing, but sometimes with wax like this, it can be easier to scrape. So when I do this, I'll rotate my pen a little bit. Yes, there's some sticking off the end, but I rotate it to kind of get it in there from various angles. And then I scrape the excess off, like right back into the wax. And then I just push with my finger and you can see it's loaded. So new things, you guys, I love trying new things. Actually, often I don't tend to want to try new things, but it is a good exercise and a good reminder. So let me peel back this plastic cover. Grab a minder and get us situated here. So it is currently Saturday evening as I chat with you. Actually, this is going to go this way. And you guys, it has been a heck of a week. It has been kind of nutty. But I am really glad to be getting to hang out with you this evening. So if you're curious, by the way, for cover minders, I take the magnet part, put it under the canvas, peel the plastic cover back. There we go. Right there. Right there. Ready to go. All right. So, like I said, it's Saturday evening. My kids are in bed. And Adam is still out helping a friend with a film project. And I am starting the last row of this Die Moonshop canvas, or DIY Moonshop. Let's start with the letter N. I think I will probably finish this kit tomorrow, which is Sunday. And I am looking forward to doing a full post review on this kit as well. I would love your thoughts on this. So I normally don't do full dedicated post reviews to Diamond Art Club canvases because they tend to be pretty consistent across the board. I include them in my month in review videos, but I don't always know if like a dedicated separate post review video is helpful? What do you guys think? Do you like, I've asked this question before, but I like to always check in, and there's lots of new faces here. Do you guys like the idea of separate dedicated post-review videos for Diamond Art Club canvases? Are you happy to just see them included in my month in review videos and see maybe newer or like less frequently worked on shops showcased as post reviews? I mean, I could try to do both, but I do only have so many hours in a day and so many days in a week to put up videos. I will certainly, like I said, be doing a post review on this particular kit. I am relieved to report that I am extremely happy with the overall rendering of this kit. I was a little nervous when I got to her face because I get really nervous about skin tones. Okay, I need a tiny bit more putty. I wondered if that was going to happen. I get really nervous when it comes to skin tones, and I'd run into a hiccup or two with some of Diamond Shop's new kits and the way that their skin tones were being rendered. So I was relieved to see, like, okay, this skin tone looks really much more like I've had otherwise come to expect from Diamond Shop. So now I'm like ready to go and order a bunch more Margaret Morales kits from Diamond Shop. Because I'm like, it seems like from what I've seen, some of these completed Margaret Morales kits seem to be a safer bet as far as how they're as far as the rendering turns out. So I'm about to go do some shopping, especially because I was unsuccessful in snagging. I was trying to get my hands on one of the Agnes Little Minder, one of her polymer clay dragon minders that she dropped this afternoon, and I was too slow. So I was like, well, I need to get one of those minders. I'll go buy a kit, because apparently that's how my brain works. I'm struggling a little bit with glare here. I think it's just my angle. But yeah, I'm excited to have this kit done tomorrow, most likely. I am really unsure what kit I'm going to work on next. Here's another question. Ask the audience. We're 15 minutes in, if that, and this is like the second question of the video already. Are you a mood diamond painter, or do you kind of just like to stick to a schedule? And what that means to me is, are you the kind of person that you're like, I have to be in the mood to work on a particular project. I'm not going to decide what project I'm going to work on ahead of time because I don't know what I'm going to be in the mood for, like, a week, a day from now. So I'm just going to wait. Or are you someone that likes to schedule and you're like, I prefer to kind of plan it out and to have an idea of, like, I know that I want to work on this kit next. I know that there's this event. There's, an event going on that I want to participate in. And so I know that, like, this is going to be one of the next kits that I work on. So are you a mood person or more of a schedule person, or a combination of both? I feel like because I am involved with hosting, I am such a klutz tonight. I guess I needed to shake my tray up anyway. Good grief. I guess I am a little bit of a mix in some ways, because since I host a couple of events during the year, like we'll have Summer with the Masters coming up here soon, and that'll be going for a couple of months, and then Drills and Chills, which goes for a couple of months. I feel like since I co-host those events, then I want to be working on kits that are on theme with those events. And so the rest of the time, I'm like, don't put me in a box. I'm just going to work on whatever I feel like working on in the moment. That magnet really wants to slide over there. I don't know if you keep seeing this magnet, like, just slowly slide over towards this one. It's like I have a little ghost friend in here. Someone get the salt, please. Anyway, I think that whenever I don't have to be, like, restricted to something, I'm like, okay, good. Now I can just follow my nose and do what I want. I was chatting about this sort of feeling with a friend recently, and she was like, oh my gosh, I thought that I was the only one that felt this way, where it's like, it almost feels like, do I have a problem with authority? Am I just fickle? Am I a spaz? But it's this sense of like really feeling twitchy whenever like a schedule or a structure is imposed on you, even if you impose it on yourself. And it's such a strange difference, or like, what's the word I'm looking for? Juxtaposition, dichotomy. I don't know. It's weird because I know that I thrive on a routine, but I'm also like, I don't need a routine. I just want to follow my feelings. So, it's a conundrum, actually. It's a conundrum. I wonder if anyone else relates to that sense of like feeling like if a schedule or a routine has been like imposed on you, or you like, no, I don't like this. Let me do what I want. Let me live my life. Or you like, give me all the structure and schedule. I thrive on having everything mapped out and knowing that like every Monday I'm going to clean my bathroom, and in this month I'm going to work on this kind of kit, and I'm going to have my meals planned out for the month, and I can grocery shop for an entire like week in one shopping trip. I make that reference specifically because I get teased by friends regularly because I go to the grocery store like multiple times a week, because I kind of just, I don't want to like necessarily make strict lists of like what we run out of. And normally the way that my life is, where I'm a stay-at-home mom and I like getting out of the house every so often, and a good excuse is to be like, I have to go to the store to get some things. I'm more to just the kind of person that sort of gets a sense for like how the food is flowing out of our house. And I just kind of keep a mental tally of what we need, and then I just go to the store a few times a week. And sometimes it's just a curbside pickup order at Target. Sometimes it's just a really quick stop through Ralph's. You know, it's not like I'm going in and like spending an hour grocery shopping and like coming home with a ton of food. It's like I'm just doing more smaller trips throughout the week, I guess. But I get twitchy about making lists because I don't know why. This is on my list of things to talk to you about with my therapist. This past week's session was still like unpacking everything that's going on with like my kids being sick and like the trauma that I'm feeling as a result of that. But yeah. Speaking of, you guys, my kids are still sick. It is not stopping. It just won't stop. It won't stop. And I wish that I were making this up. I'm not. I wish that I were just doing this for attention. I'm really, really, really not. No, my kids are still sick. And Connor caught Micah's virus, which I took Micah to the doctor on Tuesday? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. I took Micah to the doctor finally. And they were basically like, he tested negative for the Rona and for strep. And so then it was like, well, unfortunately, this seems like this is a virus, which means you kind of just have to ride it out and treat the symptoms. So keep the fever down, keep them hydrated, and rest. I was like, okay. Awesome. Naturally, he shared the virus with his older brother. And I about died because I look over, it's like Monday or Tuesday or I don't know, whatever. It was some day. It all blurs together right now. And I look over and Connor's like, I'm drinking out of Micah's cup because I don't like mine right now. And then there he is drinking out of Micah's cup. And I'm like, no, it was too late. His mouth was on the spout. And I'm like, well, that's about as like direct germ transmission as we can get. So gonna keep an eye on you. And sure enough, within 24 to 48 hours, Connor spiked a super high fever. And I'm telling you, this virus had both my kids spiking fevers of over 104 degrees Fahrenheit. That is a legit fever. That is you get much higher and we have to go to the ER. Like in infants, I think if it gets that high, you go to the ER. In kids, I think you can get up to like 105 or something. I don't know. They were hot. Connor climbed into bed with us on Thursday morning and was like, Mommy, Daddy, my head feels dizzy. And immediately like rolled over and like put my hand on his head, and I like internally I'm like swearing because I feel him. I'm like, he's on fire. His skin is on fire. I'm like, okay, buddy, you're not going to school today. I go get the thermometer. This is my first time emptying this tray into this. Okay, so there's like a tiny little lip there at the end. And it's a little... Each tray kind of has its quirks, you know? But that was pretty painless. So I go get the thermometer and come back and, you know, put it under his arm, and I'm watching it climb. And as soon as it breaks 103, I'm like, I'm not waiting for this to keep climbing. I'm getting you some medicine right now. And so tossed the thermometer, went and got some medicine. I had to give Connor both Motrin and Tylenol to break that fever. Like, Motrin only brought it down to like 102. We had to stack Tylenol on top of it, which the doctor said you can do. I'm not a doctor. Follow your doctor's instructions. This is what my doctor told me I could do. I feel like I always have to give that disclaimer. But then Connor proceeded to not have an appetite and just wanted to lay on the couch and was lethargic. Like I said, he didn't eat. He just laid on the couch and slept on and off, had very little energy, and I was having the worst deja vu ever because it was virtually identical symptoms to the symptoms he had leading up to him having to go to the ER and have emergency stomach surgery. And I was trying so hard not to freak out. I was trying to like recognize like, well, we knew this day was coming. I just didn't expect it to be this soon. Like, he's not even fully recovered from surgery yet, but here we are. And so when he spiked that fever and then he threw up, that's what got me. Then he threw up on Thursday morning. As soon as he threw up, I got him cleaned up and situated. I'm like flying over to our paperwork to get the number for the surgery team because they had told me if anything comes up, here is the line to our office. Please give us a call. They're like, your regular nurse line is fine, but if you have a concern that's specific to like his digestive system or something related to the surgery, you can go ahead and give our office a call. Thankfully, someone answered right away, and I was like babbling, trying to like say everything and then trying to like collect my words and sound like coherent and stuff. And initially she was like, high fever and throwing up. He needs to go to the ER. Like come to chalk immediately. And then she was like, well, hold on just a second. When did you say his surgery was? And I said, almost 3 weeks ago to the day. She said, okay, can I have his date of birth and his like last name? She's like, I'm going to look this up and I'm going to confirm with our team first. She said, because if it's depending on how long it's been since surgery, they may actually not think he needs to go to the ER. So she went, asked them, came back and said, okay, since it has been almost 3 weeks since the surgery, it is extremely unlikely that this is some sort of reaction to a surgery. It is likely an unrelated bug. So she said he should still be seen by his primary care physician, by your pediatrician. She said within 24 hours. I said, cool, got it. Called the pediatrician's office, and the sun was shining on me because we were able to get it with our pediatrician within 2 hours. So we got to see our pediatrician. I filled her in on everything that had happened because the hospital, I guess, hadn't yet sent over like all of Connor's like records and documentation and all of that. So I'm filling her in, and she's like, I still just can't believe that like I saw him one day and we all really just thought he had a bug. And I said, yeah. And I said, so you probably understand why I'm freaking out a little bit right now. Like, I'm trying not to. I'm trying to be very level, trying to be very practical and realistic. But I was just very upfront with her and said, I am having the most terrible deja vu ever. And explain, like, these are virtually identical symptoms to what was happening that led up to him having surgery. So I appreciated that she made me feel very heard. She, like, Connor let her, really thoroughly examine him and, like, check pushing on his stomach and stuff. And she had just seen Micah 2 days prior. So I'm like, hey again, we're back, but look, it's my other child. And she said, she's like, he's not reacting to anything that I'm doing with his stomach. She's like, she's like, we're gonna do like we'll have him pee in a cup and all this. And she's like, honestly, we did just see Micah, who presented with virtually identical symptoms. She's like, always, 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 if you are concerned, you can take him to the ER so the surgery team can take a look at him. But she was like, I really, truly feel that this is a virus, and that this is not related to what happened. And she confirmed, she's like, the surgery team said there is no reason to expect that what happened to Connor before, which he had a mass in his small intestines that, like, led to this thing called an intussusception. I'm not going to go into all the details all over again. I talked about it in a WIP and Chat a few weeks back when I was kind of just unloading everything. She's like, he doesn't, like, they didn't see any other masses in his intestines when they did, like, all the tests and scans. She's like, there's no reason to think that, like, somehow this is happening again. So, but she said, because he is higher risk, she's like, we're going to modify the usual guidelines that we give for something like this. So she's like, if he's been throwing up for longer than X hours, take him in. If he hasn't, if he's not, like, drinking water, if he doesn't eat food for X hours, then take him in. These are all shorter time frames than what they would say to, like, an otherwise healthy child, like what they told us for Micah. So I appreciate that she heard me. I even asked her, I was like, I'm not an alarmist, like, at all, truly, but I have to ask, like, should I be concerned for my children's immunity? Because it feels like one or both of them, or me, or I have been sick since the beginning of the year. And I said, should I be concerned about their immune systems? Like, could there be something else, like, going on? I said, I feel like my family practices pretty good hygiene, pretty clean. We wash hands. We are, smart about, we don't, with the exception of Connor swiping Micah's cup to take a drink out of, we don't share, like, utensils and drinking cups and stuff. Like, we're smart about this kind of thing. And she's like, that's a valid question. She said, but no, because this has really all been viral. She said, viral stuff is, honestly, it's just bad luck in a lot of ways. And the fact that a lot of these, like, restrictions, like mask wearing requirements, have been lifted. And so now people are sharing germs again more easily. So yeah, I mean, I guess, shocker, right? Like, who knew that something could stop the spread of germs, and when we take that away, we get germs again. That's all I'll say about that. But I appreciated that she was like, yeah, this is just viruses. This is just bad luck. Just gotta ride out. She's like, if it were something like recurring bacterial infections where we were having to do, like, numerous rounds of antibiotics and stuff, she's like, then you worry. Then you have concern. I was like, okay. Have I mentioned that I love our pediatrician? She takes good care of us. So, Micah seemed to get better. He had a fever, like I mentioned in last week's WIP and Chat. He missed 3 days of school. We kept him home a fourth day just to play it extra safe, because he still had a little bit of a runny nose and a cough, but he'd been like 36 hours, totally fever-free with no medicine. So I sent him to school on Friday, and then I'm hanging out with him today, which is Saturday, and he comes over and wants to snuggle up with me, and so I'm cuddling with him, and then he falls asleep on me, which doesn't normally happen in the middle of the day. It was very sweet, but unusual. And I go, you feel warmer than you should, even for being snuggled up to me. And so when he woke up and when he'd had the chance to like not be super warm from being snuggled up to me, I took his temperature, and Micah had a temperature of over 104 degrees Fahrenheit again. And I just I texted Adam, I'm like, you're not going to believe this. Micah has a high fever again. What is going on? Like, this is so weird. He was fever-free for over 2 days, over 48 hours. So I'm like, did he go to school on Friday, yesterday, and seriously, did he pick something up? And then 24 hours later is symptomatic for something. Like, I just am like, you have got to be freaking kidding me. I'm trying to keep tame language here. I really, really am. But I just was flabbergasted. I'm like, he has a fever again. Is this the same bug? Is this a new bug? I don't know. Does it matter? Because it's probably viral again. Like, guys, like I said, I wish I were making this up. I wish that this were just like me wanting attention. I don't. I want my kids to be healthy, and I want to be telling other kinds of stories in my WIP and Chats. But I just am sitting here going, this is just my life now. All this past week, I did not have a single morning to myself. Like, I had at least one or both of my children home from school every single day this past week. So Adam on Friday goes, it seems like, we're a little low on like kind of the snack and like grab and go type groceries. I was like, yeah. Because the kids have been home all week. I have not been able to grocery shop besides like grabbing the occasional drive-up order all week. And it hasn't worked for my brain power. My children, when they're sick and they just want mommy cuddles all the time, of course I'm going to give it to them. Of course I'm thinking about them and trying to get stuff done and keep the house in some sort of reasonable order and wash the clothes and the bedding that have puke on them, and just, no, there's no groceries. I have not been thinking about groceries. It's just not happening. I got puked on by both kids at one point on Friday. That was just not, I'm tired, you guys, and desperately praying that I don't get this virus. Somehow I don't have it yet. Even though Micah insists on coughing in my face without covering and giving me surprise kisses on the lips. Again, super sweet, not super conducive to preventing the spread of germs. So anyway, let's stop talking about sad things like illness. Hopefully, both kids will wake up feeling a little better tomorrow. Yeah, they both went to bed like on the early side. Like, neither of them really wanted to do like the whole reading, song, and dance. Like, they're just like, bed now. Like, okay, you guys, let's get to bed. And Adam has stayed like gloriously healthy. He's got an immune system of iron though, so I'm just gonna sit here and be jealous of him. I was never one of those kids that got perfect attendance in school growing up because I was just sick all the time. So I guess maybe my kids can buy it honestly. Other things that have been going on, we got to see Adam's parents a couple of times this past week. His mom was in town on her spring break, and his dad was here as well. He was out here for a bit longer because he works 100% remote. But they are continuing to do work on their house, and they'll be moving out here this summer. The next time we see them, actually, they will be when they have like brought the moving truck out. So I am excited to have them out here. It's going to be definitely a big change in our dynamic because our entire time that we've been married, which is 12 years this summer, we have not had family on this side of the country with us. within driving distance. It's always just been us and just been our kids. So it'll be a shift, but I think it'll be like a really good thing. Adam is already like lining up ways that we can take advantage of grandma and grandpa living out here and can watch the kids, so that he and I can like, he's got like a work trip coming up that's like an incentive trip that he's like, you can come with. They're covering a +1. He's like, my parents will be out here. We can just leave the kids with them for the weekend. And I'm like, we could. I'm like, we should probably ask them first, though. They're excited for that sort of thing, but I certainly don't want to take advantage. This upcoming week, Connor is supposed to have a follow-up appointment with the surgery team, I think, just to check and make sure everything's continuing to heal well and whatnot. So I should call and confirm that. I haven't done that yet. But I am hoping that goes well. I don't know what all that'll consist of, but that might be, I'm guessing, when they like clear him for stuff like him being able to do like PE at school and run around at recess and stuff again, because he's still on restriction until, the doctor's note said till April 1st, so we'll see. I don't know if he'll go in if he's sick, though. I have to double check the date of the appointment anyway, so depending on when it is. What else is going on? Oh, I finally met with a tax person. That was, oh man, that was one of those things that I kept having absolutely no spoons for, like no energy for. It just kept being one of those things that was just so much work and so much mental burden that I couldn't wrap my brain around taking care of it. But I think I mentioned last week about how I think this new medication is helping with my depression, actually, and I'm starting to see that in practice, where I'm feeling like I have the capacity to take care of some of these things that shouldn't have been as overwhelming as they were, but that's how depression works. And one of those things was like, I really don't feel that we can do our taxes on our own for last year because it just got very complicated. And so this was our first year like having a tax person do it, but I had finally messaged a friend, our financial advisor, and she gave us the name of a person. I was supposed to see them on Monday, but then with the kids getting sick, and Monday wasn't a good day for Adam's work for him to like stay with the kids so I could go see the tax person. So I rescheduled and saw them yesterday, which was Friday for me. The lady was super, super nice. And let me tell you what a huge relief it was to literally just hand her a stack of forms and just watch her, tappity tap tap, type it all in for me and go, okay, here is what I am still missing from you that I need you to like find and send me. And then we talked through, like, I just told her, I was like, this is the first year that like I had stuff coming in from like YouTube, and talked to me about like how business expenses work, talked to me about like what I should do differently this year, all these things. And she was extremely, extremely helpful. And I have absolutely no idea really if like we're gonna or if we're gonna get anything back. I have no idea. I have to send some more stuff over to her, but I'm just kind of like twiddling my thumbs like, I'm scared. Please don't let it be a huge tax bill. Tax time, you guys. Isn't this everyone's favorite time of year? I was also very apologetic to the person we met with. I was like, I'm so sorry. This was so last minute. And just said, my kids have been sick basically since the beginning of the year, and I felt overwhelmed and like unsure what I should do, blah, blah, blah. She was very sweet. She's like, it's okay. We'll get this taken care of. We'll get it down to business. I'm like, thank you. So, this weekend, today was really relaxing. I actually got to do my Patreon live earlier. The top tier of my Patreon gets an exclusive monthly live, and we had lots of fun hanging out in there. We ended up chatting for a couple hours actually, and all the way up till like there were a couple of different small shop drops that happened at like 2 p.m. Pacific time. And so some of us like shopped through the live and like commiserated and celebrated in equal parts. Let's see, Agnes Little Minders dropped a really pretty collection of her polymer clay dragon minders. I was sad I missed out because I was trying to shop for my computer because I was live from my phone. So I missed out, but I was like, that's okay. My wallet will probably thank me anyway. And then Butterfly Effect Wares had a black prismatic pearl drop, and then Enablers Outpost had a blank drop. And so that was just fun. It was fun. It reminded me a little bit of like the Black Friday, Countdown to Black Friday live that we did. I want to do that again this year for sure. And then one of the things that came up in there, which I know a lot of people got excited about, and you guys are more than welcome to join in, by the way. So my friends, I know I dropped a drill. Where'd those tweezers go? Where did those tweezers go? Where'd it go? I saw it right there. Okay. My friends, Jamie and Jacqueline. So Jacqueline is Drills Are a Girl's Best Friend on Instagram, and Jamie is, I think, Jamie Paints on Instagram. You've probably heard me talk about them like in relation to like having like similarly amazing and ridiculous like pen and tray and minder collections. But they had come up with this idea of, you know how like a lot of Diamond Art Club's Halloween kits came out late this past year. And, you know, most of us had, at least the three of us had all ordered some Halloween kits anyway, just thinking like, well, we could save them for next year, or maybe we could do like a halfway to Halloween like diamond paint along. So this is a non-event event. This is just a diamond paint along, and they had just mentioned it in passing, and a couple of people in that Patreon live were like, hold up, wait, what are you doing? Halfway to Halloween kits now? And we're like, can I like diamond paint too, like along with you guys? And we're like, sure, why not? So you guys are welcome to join as well. I think I'm gonna pull out one of my Halloween kits to work on. I think that they're just starting on like April 1st and just doing it like in the month of April. There's no prizes or anything like that. It's not formal. It's a super casual, just a fun like, let's do some Halloween kits together. I don't remember if they said they're even doing a hashtag. I'll take a look and see. But just if you feel like pulling out a Halloween kit because you don't want to wait until, you know, October or whatever to work on, feel free to join us. I was having so much fun scrolling through my Gems Flow app. If you haven't heard of it, Gems Flow is an app that's available on multiple devices and is an extremely helpful way to track your diamond painting kits digitally. There's a spot where you can like write notes and stuff like that, and you can put in as much or as little detail as your heart desires. But I love being able to like go in and do a search and be like, okay, I'm not totally sure what I want to work on, but I know I want to work on a square drill diamond painting kit. And so I can filter it and be like, just show me only the square kits in my stash. Or if there's a specific company I want to work on a kit from, I can filter by that, or I can filter by size or whatever I want to. So if you haven't checked out that app and want a way to track your diamond paintings digitally, I definitely highly recommend Gemsflow. But I was just scrolling through it and I was like, what all diamond painting kits that are Halloween themed do I even have? Like, I don't even remember. And so I have a couple of kits I'm thinking of doing. There's a Sarah Mustafa Halloween witch that's really pretty. There's a Molly Harrison Halloween kit from Diamond Art Club called Witch Way, and I have a couple more too. Moon Owl Magic from Chrysabug. That's a more recent release, I believe. So yeah, feel free to join in. I'll link to Jamie and Jacqueline's Instagram profiles below. I'm sure you'll see them working on their kits. So yay, fun little seasonal event. And I'm here for it because I agree. I don't want to wait another 6 months to work on any of these Halloween kits in my stash. And even if I did, I'm not going to get through all the Halloween kits in my stash next Halloween season. And you know the Diamond Art Club and lots of these other companies are going to have more Halloween themed kits coming. So it's not like I only have what's in my stash now. So yay, fun times. Speaking of fun times, you guys, let me announce some giveaway winners. So last week I started doing my give backs, as I was calling them, my way of just kind of giving back to you guys as a thank you for helping me reach, for being a huge part of me reaching 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Still mind-blowing to me. But Jacqueline gave me the idea of doing 10 prizes for 10,000 subscribers. So I'm doing 2 prizes a week. I did the first round of prizes in last week's WIP and Chat, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to announce the winners. But because I'm filming this on Saturday night, and it's actually a little bit before the official close of entries, what I'm going to do here is instead of actually like verbally announcing the names, I'm just going to insert some screenshots because I can go back and insert these later. And so I know that I'm inserting them like after that deadline has passed. So the first prize that I was giving away was only open to US viewers and was the Diamond Art Club kit Captain Jack. And the winner of this kit is, look at the screen. So I would appreciate if you could send me an email. My email is down below in the description, and I will just verify your identity and get this sent over to you, get your address and stuff. So yay, congratulations. The second prize that I gave away was a $25 gift card to Diamond Art Club. This was open to international viewers as well, and the winner of this give back prize is, look at the screen. Yay, congratulations. Same thing. Go ahead and send me an email at the email address down below, and I'm definitely gonna verify that you are in fact the correct winner of this because I really don't like people trying to claim other people's prizes. So congratulations to these 2 winners. Now this week I'm going to be doing a couple more giveaways. Once again, one is going to be just open to US viewers and the other will be open to international. So the first prize that I'm going to be giving away that will be open just to US viewers because of shipping restrictions is the kit Moonlight Glow from Crafties. This was sent to me as an affiliate kit, and I am looking forward to sharing it with you all. It's a really gorgeous kit. It has glow-in-the-dark drills with a really amazing effect in the end, and I'm going to link to the listing of this kit below if you'd like to take a closer look. If you would like to enter for this particular prize, in the comments below, first, please make sure that you are not putting the word prize or giveaway or anything like that in the comment section because that is a way that like bots or whatever can sort of troll for giveaway prizes. Don't put that in your comment. It will be deleted. Instead, to enter for this diamond painting kit, please use the word moon somewhere in your comment. Even if you literally just want to write the word moon. But I was actually really surprised and tickled last week at how like virtually everyone like made actual sentences and like had fun comments and stuff that included like the entry words. So if you live in the US and you want to enter for this one, incorporate the word moon into your comments. The second prize that I'll be giving away this week is open to international subscribers, and it is going to be a mystery box of accessories from my personal stash. These will be in perfect condition, and it will include at least 1 tray, 1 diamond painting pen, a minder, and at least one of each of those things, and at least 1 kind of wax alternative to try. This is open to international viewers as well. So while I'm not showing you exactly what I will be sending you, it will be a fun mystery box with a fun set of accessories, and I hope that you will love it. To enter for this particular prize, can you please include the word pen in your comments? If you are in the US, you may enter for both, but if you are international, you are just able to enter for the accessories package because that is more doable for me to ship internationally. The kit's a little trickier and more expensive, unfortunately. So best of luck to all of you. Entries for this will be open through, same thing as this week, 11:59 next Saturday, or this upcoming Saturday for you guys. So that is Saturday, we're getting into April, huh? That will be 30/31 2nd. Saturday, April 2nd, 11:59 p.m. Pacific time is when entries for these 2 give backs will close. Best of luck to you guys, and a huge thank you again to you guys to all of you for helping me reach this personal milestone on my channel. And I'm really, really happy that I can just in this very small way express my appreciation and thanks and excitement by giving back to all of you guys. So yay, best of luck. Yeah, let me go ahead and chat just a little bit more, and we're gonna go ahead and start working on wrapping up this WIP and Chat, because I've been chatting your ear off for a while, and I was excited to get to that part. Things that are upcoming this week. So I'll most likely have up a post review for this kit. Let me know if there's anything in particular that you're curious about with this kit that you want me to touch on, especially since it's one of Diamond Shop's more recently upgraded kits. There's a lot that I really do like about these upgrades, I must say. I will have a sneak peek from Diamond Art Club at the end of the week. They have some really amazing kits coming, you guys. I'm curious, did you guys grab any of the kits that were released this past week, whether it was that Wednesday Dean Russo release or the weekend release? I guess I'll have to film my month in review for the month of March, and that'll go up sometime this week. I always enjoy doing those. It's fun to kind of recap the kits I've worked on. I will also have to decide what to work on after this kit. Somehow I'm feeling very indecisive, but I keep going, I have time. I'll see what I'm in the mood for. Speaking of, please don't forget to let me know in the comments as well. I'm very curious to hear if you are a mood diamond painter, or if you're very much like no, I follow a schedule. I just do I just participate whenever events happening at the time and all that. Or I have like a schedule. I map out my whole year of what I'm going to work on each month. That's totally fine if that's you. You do you. However you do the craft is valid. I think I'll probably be placing an order with Diamond Shop this week. It's actually been a little while since I've placed an order with them, but like I said, I'm so happy with how this kit is turning out that it's got me in the mood to go take a look at some of their other Margaret Morales kits that I don't have in my stash from them. I'm curious to see if they've released anything new since the last time that I kind of browsed their selection of Margaret's kits. But otherwise, I'm hoping that my kids will be able to go back to school and I'll be able to have my mornings free again. Honestly, one of the main motivations is that I vastly prefer filming during the day than in the evenings. But because I really don't feel like I can get away with filming while my kids are awake and around, because I feel like they'd be a massive distraction to me. I can't imagine how much more distracting they would even be to you guys. So basically my options are film while they're at school in the mornings, or film after they go to bed. I adore the indirect morning light that I get, and so I love if I'm able to film in the mornings. But then sometimes weeks like this past one happen, and I don't get to film in the mornings at all, and it's just a bummer. And I know lighting probably seems like it shouldn't be that big of a deal, but I notice a big difference no matter how much sort of editing I do in post. Hopefully I'll be able to do some filming during the morning this week, but we will see. I'm just trying to hold it loosely. I care a heck of a lot more about, I just want my kids to be healthy. I certainly am not going to send them to school until I feel good about sending them to school, but I just want them to not be sick. It's been 3 months of this, so I would appreciate any positive thoughts you have to send our way. But yeah, otherwise, I think it's going to kind of just be some of the usual suspects as far as videos go this week. I hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's small shop haul, assuming that I did, in fact, get that video up for you guys yesterday. As soon as I finish filming this video, I'm going to go and edit that small shop haul and Happy Mail video together. But it might take me a minute just to pull together all of those links and social media platforms for all of those shops that I got to share about. So I'm excited. Verdict as far as these new products that I tested out. I think the tray is really great. I think the size is really nice. I noticed the drills did a little bit want to get stuck kind of at either end, but that's super common with 3D printed trays with a lot of them. And it's really, really easy to either use your finger or even just like grab your tweezers and kind of lightly tap at the ones to get them unstuck. And I find, you probably saw while I was pouring drills back in, I'm not ready to get rid of this color or I'd show you, but I tilted and then I tapped on the back of the tray with my fingernail, and that also jostled the drills loose. But it really held the drills flat really nicely. So yay, I'm really excited I got to test this particular tray out. I really like the way that this pen from Deli's is turned. It's really, really comfortable to diamond paint with. The super sticky gem tack has been really, really great to work with. I mean, it is a little bit stickier than the regular. I'll have to see if I feel like it lasts longer. I do like the wax from Randa's Crafty Corner. I don't think I've had to reload. I don't think I had to reload at all. So I remember struggling a bit with her last wax formula. But this one definitely seems to be like stickier, longer lasting. So yay, I really liked getting to try out some of these new goodies today. And I hope it was helpful for you guys to see some of them in actions. But let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to link to, like I said, the shops and stuff below. Feel free to take a look. But I'm going to let you guys go. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, why don't you put up a star emoji? Because this kit has lots of stars in it. And I told you the keywords to use for the thing that we talked about just a little bit ago. Best of luck to you guys on that as well. But let me know how you're doing. Let me know, like I said, if you're a mood diamond painter or if you're not necessarily subject to your own whims. And there's something else I asked about that I just completely forgot about. So go back to the beginning of the video or have a good memory. But I hope you guys are having a really good week. I hope that this WIP and Chat was fun and that I was able to keep you company a little bit while you're going about your day. I would love to hear how you're doing. And I hope that this week goes really wonderfully for you. Please stay safe. Stay healthy, take care of yourself and your mental health. I'm thinking of you this week and wishing you all the very, very, very best. If you're not already subscribed and you made it all the way to this point, you'll probably like it here. Feel free to subscribe. I would love to have you as part of my little community here on the internet. And if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up before you head out. That's always helpful for me. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a really wonderful rest of your week, my friends, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye.